Tonight on Sports Saturday, it's time to get out our dancing shoes. Will it be the glass slipper for Auburn or UAB? One is in, the other out.
I really don't know how to answer that.
Plus, Blake Sims is back in T-Town, and he's giving lessons to the kids.
Just to have the opportunity to give back.
Thanks, Blake. We've got softball, baseball, gymnastics, so let's go. We're stretching out, making the play, and of course, doing our own dancing. Oh yeah. So come along with us. We're Sports Saturday, and we start right now.
I wanna put on my boogie shoes.
Hey, do you like dogs? What about underdogs? Better yet, Great Danes. This is Albany's Peter Hooley draining the game winner, helping his team beat Stony Brook to win the America East Conference on their home floor. The Great Danes, Scooby-Doo was a Great Dane. They're dancing. A great story and always an exciting way to start the show with a buzzer beater. Isn't that right, Roger?
If only they could see my facial expressions when you talk. You go first.
All right, especially since we are on the eve of Selection Sunday. Jen, welcome in, everybody, to Sports Saturday. We're ready to go. I'm BJ, she's Jen, and we're going to start with a Cinderella story brewing in Nashville.
That's right. Bruce Pearl and his Auburn Tigers team on the brink of an SEC championship game appearance since 1985. But the team standing in that way? Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
You know, the undefeated #1 ranked team in the country,
Just
the
them.
Wildcats. The Tigers playing for the 4th straight day. The Cats looking rested. Tyler Eulis dishes it to Willie Cauley-Stein. Yeah, that slam. He had 18 points today. And then how about some defense from Cauley-Stein? This block, woo, turns into a Trey Lyles layup, and you're going to count it and give them and one. 5 Cats scoring double digits. And this is the Willie Cauley-Stein show, really it is. Alley-oop, thanks to Devin Booker. The Tigers' run comes to an end. Kentucky's still the #1 team in the land, a final of 91-67.
The story is a team that got kicked over and over again, went through all kinds of different things with injuries and some discipline and all kinds of things that you go through, and yet never fell apart, never stayed together. And this group of seniors, can now, join a couple of other groups that did something that's only been done 2 or 3 times in the last 30 years in Auburn basketball history. So we can feel good about the way it ended. We got a long, long way to go to have this program be where we all think it can be.
Bruce Pearl has that program going in the right direction. So who would Kentucky face Sunday? Arkansas facing Georgia in the other semi. Michael Qualls had himself a game. The flush right there, 2 of his 15. Later, he's going to miss the tough shot. But guess who? SEC Player of the Year, Bobby Portis, right there with the putback. His 1,000th point of his career. They're calling the Hogs, Jen, in the Music City. The icing on the cake from long range, Athlon Bell. Arkansas wins 60-49. Mike Anderson says his Hogs are ready for the Cats.
We want to be one of the best teams in the country, and obviously Kentucky is one of the best. So that's how you want to get measured, where we are with our program, with our basketball team. So you're right, there's been a tremendous history with Arkansas and Kentucky. And, of course, they're playing at another level right now. So we look forward to the opportunity. We look forward to the challenge, and we're just going to go and be who we are.
So it's going to be 2 of the most storied hoops programs in the SEC, Mike Anderson and Arkansas, in their first championship game since 2008. The game is going to tip tomorrow at noon. The UAB Blazers have an NCAA tournament drought going as well. 2011, the last time they went dancing, and 2005, the last time they got an NCAA win.
But they had a chance to change at least part of that today in the Conference USA Championship game. A young Blazer squad that didn't have any players on the first or second all-conference teams. Who cares? Look at Tyler Madison throwing it down. UAB breaking away from Middle Tennessee. They build a commanding lead. Nick Norton to William Lee. These guys are on fire.
Wow.
Get it, BJ? Fire.
Fire like
Blazers
dragons.
up double digits. And how about this guy, Robert Brown from downtown? He led with 22 points, the tournament MVP. The Blazers, hey, they're going dancing, winning 73-60.
I really don't know how to answer that. It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal for the team, and it's a great feeling. And we're going to have to refocus because we are going to celebrate this tonight. But come tomorrow, we are going to refocus and see if we can do something once we get there.
I love these guys more than anything, man. We stuck together through the long stretch. You know, everything we went through this year, we just stuck together and just came back harder. So, man, I love these guys.
Here are all the teams who have punched their tickets today, including ex-Tide assistant and UAB coach Mike Davis. His Texas Southern team is back in the dance. 4 conference finals still going on. Congratulations to all. And several more conferences will hold their title games tomorrow. The field will be set by tomorrow afternoon.
Absolutely. Exciting stuff for sure. Great time of year. I feel like my bracket, though, is already trashed. It's not even started. It's already trashed.
So you haven't even filled it out yet.
What isn't trash is what's coming up next. Blake Sims held a camp for the kids. Hear from him and Scotty Braswell coming up when we come back.
Love your play on words.
My play on words? What did I do? As we near the NFL draft, former Tide quarterback Blake Sims, they caught us, found himself at ACA this morning holding a camp and giving back to the kids. Close to 70 youngsters came out to participate. The guys certainly looked like they had a great time out there for sure. And, you know, where most of the guys are spending 24/7 in the gym, Blake's doing a little to make a difference in his community.
Our own Scott Braswell caught up with Blake, who's only following his coach's example.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Ball squad. Hey, everybody get on that. Right here, right here.
Nick Saban once said no man stands as tall when he stoops to help a child. Former Alabama quarterback Blake Sims is putting those words into action.
Just have the opportunity to give back, and maybe I can say one thing to change a young man's mind and just give back to the community because they took time to come to games and watch me play, so I think that's the best gift of all.
Throughout the last few weeks, Sims has been holding football camps for kids young and old across the state of Alabama. Sims says the time at his camps is truly special.
Walking out, seeing all these kids out here having fun and, you know, saying my name when I'm coming to their group, I think that's the best feeling. And just knowing that I'm just giving time and just seeing these kids smile, that's the best feeling.
Now that Blake's college career is over, it also means he can spend more time with his 17-year-old brother Hunter, who says the two share a special bond.
He's mentored me a lot. I like following his footsteps, to be honest with you. Everybody asks, well, why do you do this, why do you do that? Because we're just close to each other. That's just the way we are.
Campers have also enjoyed the personal interaction with Sims, and some come away surprised at his demeanor away from the field of competition.
Blake Sims, he kind of cool. More than I expect. He act like one of us. He ain't all up there, up in the clouds like you would think, like all high-profile players would be, all stuck up. He cool and laid back.
Blake Sims waited his turn for 5 years before getting his chance to shine. Today, he stands tall over aspiring youth.
A lot of players, you know, don't go to the NFL and some don't go to college. Just know that you can go pro in any other thing. Just because you don't have to be an NFL player to be famous. Work hard and do what you have to do, get straight A's, and be great in life.
For WVUA Sports, I'm Scott Braswell reporting.
And one final note, Blake Sims will be attending QB guru Ken Mastrielli's quarterback camp tomorrow morning in Atlanta, Georgia. So, BJ, you want to warm up your throwing arm? What do you say? Early morning trip to the ATL?
Yeah, you know, I might have a little bit of eligibility left. I don't know, so we'll see. Thanks a lot, Scott.
All
Great
right.
story there. You know,
Hey,
Blake,
I'm a little confused why I didn't get invited. I could probably throw.
You've got the arm. Got the
Yeah,
guns.
got some guns.
There
I
you
might
go.
not be eating donuts, but I could do it, right?
That's right. A huge chunk, though, Blake is missing from that. He's not a huge chunk, let me get that clear. But he was a huge chunk missing from Alabama's offense this year.
And the Tide began spring practice yesterday with quarterback questions still hanging in the air. Alabama will also have to work on replacing Amari Cooper and TJ Yeldon on the offensive side of the ball. But Nick Saban had a little fun with us media guys when somebody had to ask about a very young quarterback situation with Jake Coker.
You know, again, we only had one practice, all right, and you guys act like we've been practicing every day, you know, illegally in the off season, which we haven't been doing. So as much as I'd like to be able to tell you that the guy's done great since January, I really can't because, you know, all we've done is run around cones and jump over bags and, you know, that kind of stuff. So, you know, today's the first day. He certainly seemed a lot more confident out there and comfortable.
Coach Saban in midseason form already. I like it. How about this from last night? One of his former players, Crimson Tide receiver Kevin Norwood, popped the question. Way to go, Kev, to his girlfriend, that senior gymnast, Kayla Williams. And she did say, Yes, Mr. Clutch comes through again. Congrats to those two. May they have athletic children one day. They've got a good chance because those two, excellent athletes.
Couple national championships between them.
Not bad. They got some rings to show off.
And we'll talk more about Kayla and the gymnastics team when we come back, so stay with us. Welcome back into Sports Saturday. The 5th-ranked Crimson Tide fell last night to the number 1 ranked Oklahoma Sooners, but Alabama put up a great fight against the defending co-NCAA champions. The two teams tying on the vault and floor. The Tide with their best beam performance this season. Coach Dana Duckworth impressed with the way her squad finished out their regular season.
Everything that's happened from January to now are actually things that have happened over 20 years at the national championship. Couldn't be more excited that those things have happened this part of the season so that we can learn from those experiences, make them opportunities, and carry us into postseason.
And so now the Tide have entered postseason, the SEC championships next weekend in Georgia. And that's where the 5th-ranked Alabama softball team found themselves today.
Yeah, they were playing a series, their actual SEC opener, SEC season opener. I'll get it out in a second. Against 8th-ranked Georgia, always a tough opponent in the SEC. How about this, Jen? 9 teams in this week's top 25. That's big time. Let's head to the action. Tide in a dogfight. Down to their final out in the 7th. Demi Turner, the freshman at the dish. Hot shot to third. Can't be handled by the Dogs. Andrea Hawkins is going to score, and we are going to some extras. That's where Demi Turner, again, comes through. Full count. 2 outs. Gone. She blasts a solo shot. The Tide would add 2 more for a 7-4 win. In the opener, they did drop the nightcap 7-6. How about some baseball? Bama baseball in Starkville for a doubleheader to open SEC play. Taylor Gilbo had 3 strikeouts on the day, 2 of them right there, but an 8-run explosion in the 8th inning from the offense was the difference, topped off by this skyrocket by Mikey White, a 3-run bomb. Look, they can't even find it. Where is it? We have no idea. Bama wins the game, though. We do know that. 10-5. They did drop game 2, 4-1. Game 3 tomorrow afternoon. Before we get out of here, congrats to Tide sprinter Ramona Burchell. She won her 2nd 60-meter national championship tonight.
And we've got some pie sitting right in front of us.
It's Pie Day, 3:14. So we're going to end the show by trying to. We don't have forks, so we're going to have to eat here. They wanted me to pie you in the face, but I'm not going to do that. Because I'm nice. I'm a gentleman. Here,
I feel like all I do is eat on camera out here.
We're going to have Wimp Sanderson on the show tomorrow to help us break down the brackets on Selection Sunday, so you're going to want to tune into that. Good night. People in production.
You guys.